I need $1 bad.
We are live, week 5, Sunday recap. Wow, another usual day for me. Everybody else, pretty good job,
losing bets.
But we will come back from this and we will be victorious one day. But was not today. Yeah, do not tell me right now. I'm ice cold. But jumping into it, first game in London, Jets versus the Vikings. Vikings 23-17. This game looks a lot closer, but Vikings really do what they always do. Not Jets defense definitely held up a little bit better than any of the other teams that have played the Vikings, but Vikings I feel like won this game pretty comfortably.
What do you mean by dude? You're killing me with this shit. Did you watch the game? They had a drive to win the game at the end.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers was not doing it. He wasn't doing it.
Yeah, because historically Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back in the fourth quarter and win games.
That game was locked up. My Vikings clamped that game up.
The Jets.
I did. They covered.
They didn't cover. You bought a teaser.
Yeah, it's a
so they covered.
Okay.
No,
for the people who bet on the
Jets.
The
only dude I know that brags about winning teasers and is still
crazy.
I literally am not bragging. Connor. You asked me what my bet was, and I told you.
So one of the Taylors of the Aaron Jones over rushing yards. That's a bad beat. He was.
Yeah, you want to speak on that? Yeah, well,
he got hurt. What am I supposed to say? He had 30. He had 30.
You gotta fucking know. You gotta fucking know. You got guys counting on you.
All right, Nagy 40. All right.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, careful there. You might drop something you don't want to say there, brother.
Negative 40.
That was a little close.
Negative 40.
Yeah, we all knew what you meant. Anywho, diving into the numbers, these teams were spitting images. I'm not really going to speak on it. Biggest thing was Vikings were 4 for 13 on third. Jets were 5 for 17. This game was a shitter. Jets 3 turnovers though.
Yeah, Brian Flores runs probably the best defense I've seen in a very long time, man. He is confusing quarterbacks every single play. That drop back defense.
It's hard to play against.
The second pick Aaron Rodgers threw was on him, but they definitely watched some film. They dropped back underneath that slant under pressure and picked that one off. And then I think the Jets defense looked way better today than they have.
Good.
The Jets defense looked really good. They had a fumble. They gave every chance for Rodgers to win this game, and he didn't.
Besides all the penalties, because Jettas was drawing penalties out the ass.
Some were. Yeah, some of them were not. It was kind of bad, but
me and Hunter were in the car. We watched one, and it was definitely not PI.
Nah, yeah.
I think the problem is very obvious with this Jets team, and it is two men in particular, not even players. It is the head coach and the OC. One
former player.
I don't understand how they both still have jobs.
Me and Luke were talking about it. Nathaniel Hackett is a thing off of Aaron Rodgers. That's basically Aaron Rodgers. So.
It is the worst head coach OC combo I think I've ever seen.
Arthur Smith and Mike Tomlin. I'm going to start throwing in this conversation here.
It rained.
Talk to him, Brant.
And it went under.
Yep.
London.
There is another game in London next week.
Corey is 0-2 in cute plays. He's 0-2 in
Corey, you said if you lost this, you wouldn't do that shit again.
The game went under by half a point. Don't act like
it wasn't close, Corey. They never got the last field goal.
It wasn't close.
The only time it even got within one score going over.
If you look at the box score, Corey, it wasn't close. Okay. It was so easily under. It wasn't even close.
We're on the 20 going in with 50 seconds left.
Corey, it was comfortable.
And if they would have scored a touchdown, it would have still been under. It was 7.5 points away. They were at 40 points.
Did you buy teaser under points?
No, under was 40
what are you talking about? The game ended at 40.
Brant, you're thinking of the Bills.
Oh,
Texans.
right. I had that under too.
Great guess on that. We'll get to that.
That hit.
Me losing on the hook means I had a bad bet.
The Jet. Okay, this game could have gone over, but The Jags are home field advantage at White Hart Lane next week.
Yeah.
So their defense is going to come
My
to play.
Jags are all the
I
way
love
back.
that
We'll give
under. I love that under again.
We'll get to him.
Minnesota with this defense has to be considered a wagon, right? I
Yes.
mean, they're Sam
What's that?
Darnold.
My Vikings.
Sam Darnold
If
played like
Aaron-
shit today, and
He
they
did.
If Aaron
still
Jones is
won.
hurt, that
That's an
changes things
issue.
for that offense. For sure.
To be fair though, Jets have a good rush D. I mean, their D line still holds
No,
up
that's
very
not
well.
true.
They
not
look good
this year.
today.
We
not
said this
year,
last
potentially,
week.
but-
You brought up the numbers that they had, and I said they have good players up front still. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel, like we're
Yeah.
talking, I feel like we're talking way too much about this game. This game's kind of a
probably.
shitter. So let's
No.
move on to an even
Side note.
shittier fucking game.
Side note, as
Quick,
we are
last
as
Sunday.
we are every single Sunday, we are watching the Sunday night game. So if we have reactions in the cams, that's probably why.
Yeah, go Steelers,
Especially
baby.
from me.
This game rocks.
This guy's the only Steelers fan
Especially
in
from
here.
me and Connor. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you fucking heard. Moving on, though. Another shitty fucking game. Panthers on the road in Chicago. Panthers 10, Chicago 36. Absolutely lit them up. Chicago 424 yards of offense. No turnovers. Clean game. Panthers 3 turnovers. Not a clean game.
this was
Allowed
not a
4
shitty
sacks.
game. This was a
3
beautiful
for 12
game.
is total on third down.
It was Williams coming.
Shout out
out
the
there,
Bears,
and his
though.
DeAndre Swift.
But
Shout out
wow.
to Bears, though.
Connor, are you ready to apologize?
Steelers just blocked. the
I do apologize. Corey, I would like to watch the game.
Connor historically said, I think last week, I cannot bet on the Bears until Caleb Williams shows me he could be an NFL quarterback.
And
he
here
showed
we
me that
are.
today.
Here we are. Yeah, I need to chill the Bears. And also, Bears defense is very good. So
Very good.
sneaky team here.
Panthers.
Sneaky
I've
team.
never seen people.
Panthers also bad though.
Push
I'm not
the
going to
panic
overreact
button.
too much.
I've never seen people so much push the panic button on a rookie quarterback in their first 4 games, other than half the people in this.
I was
room.
not pushing the panic button. I just said,
No one has
show
ever-
me something.
Corey,
That's
welcome
it.
to having a rookie quarterback. Like, what do you? Every number 1 pick that has a bad couple games, they're like, "Oh, this guy fucking stinks." Like, what are you talking about?
Well,
It's not a panic button. It's just saying the guy fucking sucks right now, and he's gonna learn. He's young, but like
Yeah.
right
Agreed.
now he stinks.
It's also the
And-
he was
Hand
suck
up.
in a Bears
Yeah, I told
Hand
you
up.
today.
Hand
I told
up.
you today.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams really impressed me today. He looked great in the pocket. I might add 5 for 34 on the ground as well, which really impressed me. And then DJ Moore finally started clicking. Things were there for them. So Caleb Williams looked great. I had nothing bad to say about him today.
They're running
the
Bears
ball.
looked awesome.
Yeah,
they are running the ball for a while.
Panthers plus 3.5 was a little
Too
too
bad
cute.
run
It was
defenses,
a little
to be
too
fair.
cute.
DeAndre
They
Swift,
had-
Grant,
Did good last year. Or
sharp
last
on the
night, last
DeAndre Swift
game.
call
They
2
played
weeks
the
ago.
bad run defense.
I was a
He's
week-
here.
the Rams.
I was a week
No.
too early on my Swift
Yep.
bet.
Yeah.
Yep, he's here now.
Anything else from this game though? I thought it was pretty quick. Caleb Williams
Nope.
good. Panthers bad.
Nope.
Moving on to another situation like this. Browns 13,
Holy fuck.
Commanders 34.
The Browns
So
should be not.
Browns
the
were
Browns-
1 for 13 on third
They need
down.
to be 7-point dogs in every game they play. this year.
9 penalties,
Someone's
7 sacks, 200 yards of offense. And they
Yeah.
let up 434 yards of offense. The Browns did. The Commanders were 8 for 17 on third down. And they even had 2 turnovers and got sacked 3 times. And they destroyed them. It's bad in Cleveland. It's bad. And it's going to be bad for a long time. Their cap situation is ridiculously horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
It's trouble in Cleveland.
Amari
I'm-
Cooper will not be a Brown by the end of the season.
But anyway,
Also, I think they should just release Deshaun and eat the cap.
well,
Just
I mean,
eat it.
They're
Eat it
not
this
going to
year.
get anything out of him. He's on a contract here.
They're not releasing Deshaun.
I think you just got to eat the cap at some point, brother, because it's a huge.
Are you
cap
saying they're
hit.
going to release him or trade him?
I say-
no one's trading for
No
Deshaun
one's
Watson.
trading.
What are you talking
No,
about?
you would have to
He
release
said
him.
Amari Cooper. Tony said Amari Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not going
Corey.
to be a Brown by the end of the season. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Are you saying they're going to trade him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they're not going to get anything out of him because he's on a contract here.
What?
What are you talking about, dude?
Called a signing
think-
trade.
You don't
Yeah.
think a team? You first off, a team will
What?
trade for Amari Cooper. I'm not saying they're going to get a fucking 3rd-round pick. They'll get
Well, that's
something
what
for Amari Cooper.
They won't get much. They won't get a
traded-
third.
They
No,
got-
they won't get
got
much.
him
It'll be like
for
a 5th
sixth.
round pick. Yeah, it'll be like
Listen,
a 5th.
they need all the help they can get. They have a their team is fucked.
I'm
They need to start
considering
from
trying out
scratch.
for their offensive line, so they might get me.
They need to start from
Brother.
scratch. They need to fire the GM, cut Deshaun Watson, and just go back to the basic. Just tear it down. It's bad.
Tear it down.
I mean, if I'm a Browns fan, shout out
Aaron Burns.
shout out Aaron Burns. If I were a Browns fan and I watched Joe Flacco play football today, and I had to flip to the other channel and I see what Deshaun Watson is doing, I would literally hate my life. Like, you fucked up with the Baker situation. That was bad. That's bad enough. And then you see Joe Flacco doing that. Why couldn't you sign him for $1 million? I know why. It's because Deshaun told him that he doesn't want Joe back. Because
they're paying Deshaun 50 something fucking million. Like they have no choice.
The most likable backup quarterback in NFL history.
That's true, I guess. I don't really,
And
why do you that locker room? Like, how can you be in that locker room and want Deshaun to be starting?
And that's what me and Bray were talking about. It's like, how do you bench the guy that you traded everything for and gave him the mega fucking deal, lottery ticket deal of the fucking century? You literally would get fired.
Remember when they gave him that deal and everybody was like, and all the GMs were like, fuck the Browns because they fucked up the quarterback market, and then no quarterback deals come even close to his guarantee money. It's crazy. Really just like, they're just like, that one doesn't count. They're fucking stupid.
Literally.
Whenever he does eventually get benched, the first game that Jameis plays, I'm gonna love the Browns, no matter who they're playing. That locker room is gonna be fired up.
Yeah, Browns money lines are locked up.
EW, baby. EW.
I don't want to take anything away from the Commanders. Commanders are good.
Yeah, Commanders are a solid team. I think they're still a little overrated, but solid team.
Quick side note, Tony, I'm never allowing you to put money on Jerome Ford's rushing over again. Ever again. Yeah. I don't know why you keep dabbling as play of the week. It's not. He snuck it out twice in the fourth quarter on garbage time.
I've never seen anybody complain about a winner, man.
I'm not saying that.
We're saying it for your
own well-being. Save you money eventually. These are going to start losing on Jerome Ford.
I've only hit it. I've only done it 2 weeks in a row.
Is he?
Like, it's not like it's every week.
Someone told me, I think he might play next week. If not,
this week, after what you saw last week on the one rush, that was like 40 yards with 20
Did
seconds.
you tail it again?
Fuck no.
If Browns get Chubb back and they start Jameis, that team might be a win.
They need Chubb bad.
That's big vibes.
They need a running game somewhat bad.
It's not the running back. It's the O-line.
I got nothing else to say in this shitter game. I'm not betting on the Browns another game this year, except for the James game.
I will be looking to bet against them. So, yeah, moving on. This game was low-key electric if you watched it. Miami Dolphins on the road in New England. Dolphins win 15-10. This was a really fun game. Actually, surprisingly, I didn't know the numbers were this good, too. Dolphins, 372 total yards of offense. Patriots eclipsing 300 yards of total offense. Shout out Hunter. Love to see that. Yeah, Miami's offense looked a lot better today. Still not great, though. I mean, they got over 300 yards, but 2 for 11 on third down. Patriots were 4 for 13 on third down. Miami did control the ball 10 more minutes than the Patriots, though. That's kind of surprising. Patriots, 12 penalties. Dolphins, 2 turnovers. They overcome and win. This was a terrible game. A lot of missed field goals, a lot of missed opportunities in this game.
If you watched it, Jalen Polk scored a touchdown that would have put us up 17-15. They called it, confirmed it a touchdown on the field, or they, talked with each other, called a touchdown on the field. They go to replay. Clear as day, he gets 2 toe taps on it, and then the call gets reversed, and we stall out, and then we get another chance, and we can't move the ball. It's just comical. Penalties killed this game. If we didn't have penalties as bad as we did, we would have won this game.
12 penalties, not Patriots like. Yeah, no, you definitely did if you watched the game. But
Jalen Wright was running like a bat out of hell, though.
Jalen Wright, I'm telling you.
I know. Him and Mostert looked very good. Chance, concussion.
He won't. They're
on bye next week.
They're on bye. Yeah.
Him and Tua will come back together.
Concussion brothers.
Moving on, though, not much more to say about this game. This game, though, Colts on the road in Jacksonville. Colts 34, Jags 37 get their first win of the year.
Baby.
There was almost 1,000 total yards. Actually, no, excuse me. Yeah, there was almost 1,000 total yards of offense in this game. An absolute, true fucking shootout. Jags, the highest yards per play this year. 8.7 yards per play.
Yeah.
Absolutely electric.
My Jags.
They were terrible on third down, though, 3 for 10, but pretty clean game. No sacks allowed. 2 turnovers for the Jags, but ultimately Colts lose in a nail biter. They actually came back late to try and make this a game.
Is what the Jags should be. We should be out there slinging the rock with Lawrence. We need to give him some clean pockets. We need to play the Colts defense every week. Shout out to me. I'm going to do my self-promo after Corey did his. I'm now 4-0 in my nuke plays this year. Jags hold it down. Shout out Hunter for the other nuke play on Brian Thomas. We were up 9 units in this Jags game, baby. Fuck yeah, Duval.
Brian
If you're
Thomas.
going up against the Jags, are you going when you're trying to plan for this defense? You guys going to Chuck E. Cheese and throwing some skee ball? I mean, this defense is fucking
It's so bad.
pathetic.
So bad.
It's so bad, dude. Trevor
they
needs to
shouldn't
play
be
like
this
Joe
bad.
Burrow every
Yeah,
week if we're
literally.
gonna do this.
Their defense is atrocious. Too bad.
So bad.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal there.
Brian Thomas is
anything
really
else?
good.
in this game? Yeah,
22 miles an hour. 22 miles an hour. They need to
Okay.
throw it to him more. He only had 5 catches. He should have more. He's special. He should be getting neighbors treatment.
Doug Peterson totally downplaying Tank Bigsby, by the way, in post presser. Asked about, is ETN still your guy? Do you plan on working Tank in more after the 2 back-to-back games? He says, no. He says, ETN's our guy. He said, yeah, Tank had a good game, though. If I'm Tank,
I love
I'm
that.
walking up to him being like, motherfucker, Travis sucks. He's terrible.
ETN might actually suck.
Is he a cowboy? Is he a cowboy?
Another guy
I need
that
him.
just will never be bad in my brain because he was so good in college. Him, Jerry Jeudy, Jeff Okuda.
Jeff
young.
Okuda.
I don't
Jeff
know how
Okuda
good
was
he was.
awesome.
He was Darrell
incredible.
Revis.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, playing against fucking Rutgers.
Oh, come on.
Anywho, moving on. It was a fun game there in Duval. Bills on the road in H-Town. Bills 20, Texans 23. Texans win this game. They dominated. Bills almost pull off a all-time blunder by the
Steal.
Texans late. They almost
Yeah.
stole the game, but ultimately Houston comes out. They 200 more total yards of offense, 2 yards more per play. Way better. They were 50% on third down compared to the Bills 3 for 14. I mean, the Bills punted 8 times. No turnovers for the Bills was what really kept them in the game. Texans had 2, but Texans ultimately dominated this game.
Josh Allen,
went
9 completions.
I was literally about to say that. What the fuck is that?
He was 9 for 30. It's rough. I think this is a good trade target for Devontae Adams as well.
I mean,
Can't afford him.
I know that's the problem.
Why
complain
is
about
that?
the
Is
Bengals.
because Keon Coleman's not good?
I complained about the
good.
Bengals front office. This Bills front office. They're like, we're gonna run it with this wide receiver room this year.
No
Yikes.
Shakir.
No,
hurt.
Shakir hurts.
Yeah,
Cleo
that
Shakur's
hurts.
a good receiver.
Yeah, he's
Look
a good
at the
receiver.
Bills roster, and you're like, where is their money going? Who are they paying?
They're
They
paying
have
players who aren't on
Josh
the roster
Allen.
anymore.
Yeah.
They're playing players who aren't on the roster anymore. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Their GM went all in on that old ass team, and they couldn't win any playoff games.
This is
Yeah,
the
but
oldest
Josh
team in the
Allen's
NFL.
fault.
The receiver issue is glaring in Buffalo, though. I mean, listen, Keon's young. He's fun to watch sometimes, but he's just he's fucking what, 21 years
jump
old?
ball receiver.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he is. So
Look out for Nico Collins on this injury report.
Yeah, what happened? Was
You
it a
don't
hamstring?
Hamstring.
a hammy, but you don't like to see that out of your best wide receiver.
No,
run.
they linger.
Yeah,
I will say
Panic.
that in my preview when me and Connor were arguing about the Texans and the Bills, stay on this. The Bills keep fading the Bills this year. They do not have the offensive weapons to keep up with better teams. When they play good defenses, their receivers are not going to get open.
well, they get lucky this next week because they play the Jets. So I will definitely be
Yeah.
looking at the Bills, unfortunately. But I agree though. Definitely going to be looking against the Bills a lot, but I mean the Jets is a pretty good spot for the Bills. I think they.
Is it time for more design runs with Josh Allen? Are we bringing that back?
He's got a
He's
broken
hurt.
hand.
He's hurt. His hand's fucked up.
You don't need your hand to
Fucked
run the
up.
ball.
He
He's
thought he had a
fucked up his-
concussion
well,
and thought he
it
was
his
dead
an-
for a minute
It
today.
was his ankle, actually. They
He
came
was.
out and confirmed that it was his ankle.
Oh well, he was.
Well,
Yeah,
his
he was
head-
pretty
his
tore up
head's-
today.
I know
Hamilton
his,
and
his
third.
head hit the turf hard, but
Yeah,
Anywho,
I think the Bills did they call 3 or they ran 3 pass plays in their own end zone? Which
Awful
gave them
coaching.
second-
yes,
Oh,
no,
that's
yeah.
terrible
So you want to talk about the worst blunder I've seen in a while?
That's pretty bad.
Bills punted the ball to them on their own 2 with 40 seconds left. Texans have all 3 timeouts. They go pass, and Texans run 1 play, call a timeout, kick field goal to win. Unfucking believable. Anywho, I don't even want to
Shout
talk
out
about it.
Kamimi Fairbairn, 59 yards, to fucking win the game.
That was the ugliest
Oh,
game-winning kick I've ever seen in my
That
fucking
thing
life.
curved in there nice.
Side note, I had no idea how the fuck that went in. Moving on though to the game.
I said at the beginning of the year that the Bills would be a good under team. They've now gone under their last 2 weeks, get to 3-2 under versus over. And the total for Monday Night Football against the Jets next week is currently sitting at 42 on DraftKings.
Ooh, I like that under. Good point.
Good hit by you, Brand, by the way. Good hit.
Thank you. That was my whale. That was my 3-unit
big whale.
nuke
That's
play.
enough.
Big win. Good job.
I bet you were sweating.
I'm not afraid of Josh Allen and CJ Stroud. Although I did play Stroud. I did play Stroud's under in that loss as well. Oh, I had 2 different games where I played the points total under and also a quarterback's passing total under in that same game for the same reasons. And in both games, the under hit and the quarterback went over anyway, which was interesting, I thought.
That's super interesting. Here's now moving on to the really interesting game of the day. Baltimore Ravens on the road in Cincinnati. Ravens 41, Bengals 38 in a heartbreaker. Another 1,000 yards of offense by both teams. It was an absolute shootout. Both teams were super efficient today.
I'm blessed to watch this game.
Yeah, it was a fun one to watch. I'm not even gonna. The numbers are like ridiculously video game numbers. There's nothing to even really talk about here. Both these teams absolutely lit each other up. McPherson obviously misses a kick late. Choke artist. Do another HVAC commercial.
Not his fucking fault. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. It's not his fucking fault.
Whatever, you got to overcome. And then Derrick Henry, with no doubt, gets the toss.
King.
See you later. King him. Anything you want to say?
Luke,
Yeah,
Brand,
Joe Burrow's
Is it time to tank?
Joe Burrow's really fucking good. Let me read off this. 30 of 39 for 392, 5 TDs and 1 interception. Really fucking good. I also saw stats. The Bengals have the second highest EPA per play in the NFL this year. So they're running the most efficient offense of the Burrow era. We're 1-4 because the defense can't stop us 7 out there running laps. I mean, our defense is pathetic.
We are pretty dangerous.
The safeties are bad. The DBs are atrocious. The pass rush is non-existent. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how it gets better. I thought that maybe it could get better when the D-line got healthy. We got a lot of those guys back, and it didn't change shit. We had dropped Sam Hubbard
Murphy
back.
did not look good.
Murphy stinks. I'm already out. Sam Hubbard drops back in coverage way too much. I don't understand.
More than he
That's
rushes
hilarious.
the passer anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
he's in coverage every play.
He can't rush the passer, but he's still a decent run defender. Like
He's got to go. He's got to go.
There's a
Lamar
lot of guys who
Jackson
need
made
to go.
him look like a
he's not
bitch
even number
today.
one. Lamar makes everyone look stupid. Like it happens.
Hey,
Shout out
not
Jamar
J1.
Chase. We've been saying it. We're gonna keep saying it. That's the best receiver in the NFL. And if you don't know it, now you know it.
If
Don't
you
ever
don't
do it.
know, now you
No one
know.
else can take a 10-yard catch and just like teleport to the end
As
zone
soon
like
as he
Lamar.
split those as soon as Jamar split those blocks on that fucking little out screen, I knew he was taking it to the house. I've seen that before. When he turned that corner and the corner flipped his hips, I knew it was house call. He's so fucking good. Yeah, we're fucked. We got to win our next 4 games, so you even have a chance at the season being.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any optimism for our defense really getting that much better either. You just if our offense is playing this good against offenses that aren't as good as the Ravens, we're gonna have a chance to win. But against teams that can score with us and that we can't stop.
Since letting Jesse Bates walk, he has gone on to become, if he wasn't already, the best safety in the NFL. And we have signed Nick Scott, Geno Stone, and
Von Bell again.
Von Bell again, and drafted Jordan Battle and Dax Hill to try to replace him.
Yeah, really terrible.
None of those have worked even in the slightest. None of those guys are even league average at the position. They are all fucking stink.
I thought one guy defensively for either team played well in this game, and it was Kyle Hamilton. He was all over the field. But other than that, both teams, terrible performance.
Shout out all the dumb GMs in that draft that let Kyle Hamilton fall to the Ravens when every single person with a brain and watched college football knew he was going to be an absolute fucking stud. Dumb people in the NFL. Give me a job there.
My only thing I have to say about this game, producer comment, only thing I have to say about this is that the fact that we ran the ball 3 times after we recovered that fumble in overtime was the most ridiculous thing ever. We have Joe Burrow as a quarterback, and we do not throw the ball once. We're taking a 53-yard chip shot That's our
really
play.
bad pick 2 possessions earlier that kind of lost them.
It wasn't 2. It was the previous possession.
Yeah,
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. We're chalking it down to a 50-yard field goal, and we're not going to let him get any yards. We're not going to let him get any yards.
Jamar's fault.
Was
Jamar
it?
said in the press conference afterwards, he ran a terrible route. He said, "I fucked that one up."
But
Anyway,
anyway,
it doesn't fucking matter. We should not.
If you take a sack and go out of field goal range there, you're giving the game away.
I agree.
The fact that we ran 3 run plays, and then they also said Joe Burrow said that he checked down to 1 run play. I still don't believe that the first 2 were not run plays. It makes no sense that we didn't at least throw 1 ball and try to get some yards.
All-time move by Zach Taylor. Throwing your quarterback.
They were trying to get yards running.
No,
it wasn't like they were
I'm talking about in the press. I'm talking about.
I'm talking to Joel. I'm talking to Joel.
All right.
Hey, Brant, I'm not saying that we weren't trying to get yards, but throw 1 fucking pass. Try to get some yards.
Players coach Zach Taylor throwing Joe Burrow under the bus in the presser at the end of the game.
Zach Taylor, if he's not going to be gone this season,
that's cool.
He did throw Joe.
Brant's convinced me to not do it in season. He's fucking gone next year. Give me Vrabel. Give me Belichick.
Yeah, if we miss the playoffs, Taylor could easily be gone.
He needs to be gone. He fucking sucks.
I get, if you're looking at it from to Brant's point, I get the running method here, but in my opinion, with how this game was scripted, how football has evolved, Joe Burrow's throwing 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I wish Burrow would have got a chance to throw.
I
know what they were thinking, but it's just I feel like you got to ride the hot hand. He was dicing this defense up.
This isn't our old line either. I'm not worried about the sack. This line can hold. Mims is a fucking beast.
Your line did look good.
Our line is great. Burrow's having the most time he's ever had. Look what he's doing. He's having his best season ever.
I think you guys are like. Well, don't get me wrong. I just want to hear what you guys thought. I thought your rush defense wasn't, or your rush defense was not.
It didn't look bad. It didn't look bad.
When everybody was tired, you did agreed. When Derrick Henry got his 51, but you managed to keep him to 40 without that OT rush. Lamar only had 55.
We were blitzing nonstop. We were playing heavy personnel, especially because Mike Hilton was out. So we were just letting Davis Gaither play the nickel, and he's a linebacker most of the time. We were really committed to stopping the run. That's why Lamar had such a big game, despite not really throwing the ball downfield that much. I mean, really just in the 15 to 20 range is where he was killing us.
Zay Flowers was just, I feel like he was open every single drive, at least once.
Well,
for like
we were giving it to him. We were giving
Zay
it to him.
Flowers is coming on a crosser, and he's running into a zone that's covered by Sam Hubbard.
We were giving it to him. I cannot believe how many times I saw Sam Hubbard drop back today. It actually angered me.
Lou loves to just drop him back and say, "Sam, you got the hook to curl, brother. Right there, 15 yards."
You know why they do that? You know why they do that? Because they know he can't get to the fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
We have corners that are better at rushing the passer than him.
We'd
rather just blitz them and drop him and let him play the middle.
I wish you guys were in the room with us when Lamar hit Sam Hubbard with the nastiest stiffy of all time.
Oh my god, that play was embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
And Corey was making a comment. Look at this shitty quarterback. And then he fucking
threw Lamar, and then he threw a fucking
Lamar played
unbelievable
ball. He continues his streak of owning us, and it really fucking sucks.
All I have to
Corey,
say
is about Lamar today?
Of the MVP race.
Yeah, Corey.
Lamar Jackson is not the MVP.
We talked about
Caleb.
Caleb. I want to hear some Lamar talk here. Just real quick, and then we'll move on. I just want to hear a little bit about Lamar, how he played today.
About how he played today? Yeah, he played a very good game. However, Lamar Jackson is 2-4 in the playoffs, and
that's a fact.
Hasn't even sniffed the Super Bowl, and he's a 2-time MVP. Excuse me?
About to be a 3-time.
Excuse me?
He's not going to get an MVP this year.
His one win, his 2 wins.
He's competing with them.
His 2 wins in the playoffs are against a rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, and the Tennessee Titans. That's all I have to say.
It's crazy, Luke. He's going to put a 3rd MVP.
Does Mahomes have 3?
What is
They're going to give him 3 before Mahomes? There's no way.
Yes.
That's not the way to think about it. If you do like a sneaky MVP pick, I feel like now's the time to do it. And nobody really is making a strong case at all.
Kind of feel like we might get some crazy value on a Jordan Love ticket here. If the Packers start rolling, what if we get a Jordan Love ticket?
The guy that's on your fantasy team?
No, I'm just listen. Jordan Love is fun to fucking watch, man. That guy slings the fucking ball. He plays like Favre. I love it.
Last thing I have to say about this game: Duke Tomlin and Zach Taylor need to be fucking gone.
Duke Tobin,
or whatever the fuck his name is.
Duke Tobin will never be fired, but yeah,
He needs to be gone.
I'll
3
say
years
the same
ago.
thing I said to Luke, Joel. Okay, if we fire Zach Taylor now, then what? We make the special teams coordinator, whoever the fuck the head coach, and that helps us this year.
Nothing else.
I'm not saying that we fire him this year, but he needs to be gone by the end of this year.
Off season.
Yeah, if we don't make the playoffs, yeah.
But Duke Tobin also needs to be fucking gone.
All right, well, let's tobe our way to this other game. Moving on, Raiders on the road in Denver. Raiders 18, Broncos 34. Somehow this team is 3-2. I'm still trying to figure that fucking out.
How about our Broncos?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew sold this game. Gardner Minshew sold this game. You guys got fucking blessed by a dummy. It would have been 17-3, and this game would have been put away with a fucking blanket. But he throws a fucking 100-yard pick six, and the whole game changes. Aiden O'Connell comes in. Minshew has a fucking meltdown. Yeah, Raiders 3 picks. Not gonna win many games like that.
Act like the Broncos look bad. They look good today.
In the world right now is Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals every single fucking game. You print money with it. It's literally guaranteed money. Spend the money that you already put on it right now. I don't know what the line is.
No, I don't think the Broncos look bad, but I mean, the Raiders were about to go up 17. They were literally on the 5-yard line. He threw a 100-yard pick six. Like,
that is true.
And it's true, but it's ascertained. Like,
he wasn't even like Patrick Tay made a great play. He fucking overthrew Brock Bowers for a touchdown, and he just thank you and ran him for a fucking touchdown. Like my luck is unbelievable.
Bo Nix continues to do what he did in college, which is just enough to beat shitty teams.
Yep.
Bo Nix beat a team that Lamar lost to.
This was actually his best game though. He was 19 for 27, 206, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Devontae Williams finally has the backfield secured. That is the major headline of this story. It's finally
happening. Scored a touchdown.
Not really, though.
I don't care.
Really,
13 carries, 61 yards, and he had a little work in the passing game.
5 catches for 50.
Yeah,
it was 50. Awesome to see.
Yeah, that's gross. That game was gross.
Yeah, that game was gross. This was a fun one. This was a fun one. Cardinals on the road in San Fran. Cardinals 24, San Francisco 23. A stunner. Yeah, San Francisco also sells another fucking game. They literally had this game tucked in with a napkin. Another 5. I got fucked today. I keep getting fucked. You know what? This really, if you want to make money, you fade me. Okay? Because I got the bad juju. We were on the 5-yard line, gonna pack this in with a fucking blanket, put the piggies to sleep, and Jordan Mason coughs up the fucking ball. It was done after that. I mean, Purdy had a chance, but he gets hit. Fucking, of course.
If the kicker doesn't get hurt, you win the game too. Kicker gets hurt.
And here's the thing too: the Cardinals, like, if you look, 3 for 10 on third down. Pretty clean though. Only 1 sack. 1 turnover. Niners 3 turnovers. Like, come the fuck on.
Kyler
what
is so
are we
fun
doing,
to watch, dude?
Yeah. Side note: Kyler really fun to watch. We miss Christian McCaffrey. Also, side note.
I mean, other than the fumble, it's not like Jordan Mason's bad.
But there's just like certain runs.
Not dynamic.
There's just like certain runs where like McCaffrey breaks that for a touchdown where Jordan Mason gets caught.
Fair.
Period.
It's not. It's just out of the pass game. Like,
yeah, that too.
You can do so many different things with McCaffrey in the backfield that Jordan Mason simply cannot do.
I actually just got a notification. Someone just reminded Kyle Shanahan that Deebo Samuel is on his football team. Someone just reminded
Ayuk's team.
Just reminded him.
He just needed to get some
one reception.
Yeah, Ayuk breakout game.
How comical is that? How comical?
It's comical. I mean, just use him. He's so good.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely a frustrating game for the Niners. They have that one packed up and throw it late.
Purdy is getting into the habit of doing like USC Caleb Williams type pocket maneuvers, like spinning out back and running around. I'm anxious to see how that goes for him the rest of the year. It has worked. It has worked for him, and he's more athletic than he might look like. But I foresee that going bad at least once in the near future.
Oh, for sure.
He got laid out today doing it.
Are the Niners good? Like, are they like? Are they
the best 2 and 3 team in football?
The Niners are good.
Yes.
They are 2 and 3 team.
Okay.
You're not hitting the panic button on the Niners, especially
I'm not hitting
Seattle.
the panic button, but I'm just saying.
Niners will still win this division. I think this Thursday night game is going to be fucking
If
awesome.
my Rams can get healthy, man, this team, if my Rams can get healthy.
Your Rams, your Jags, your Bengals. I'm just waiting for him to
Corey
switch.
is currently playing O-line for the Browns and the Rams right now.
Yes.
He's just swapping weeks with whoever wants.
Yes. Only difference is
ridiculous.
Deshaun Watson gets 7 sacks behind his offensive line. Kyron Williams gets 100 yards behind his because he's a fucking dog.
Okay, we need to discuss what just happened in the Steelers game. I'm sorry.
Well, you're still ahead of me. I'm literally about to see Justin take the snap right now.
Okay, watch it, please. Live
Fuck.
reaction.
What the fuck is he
Yeah,
doing?
that was
No,
How-
go. Wait.
Was that Pickett's first catch?
No, he fumbled it.
That was a joke.
Okay,
Oh,
well, it
Pickens
was
doesn't
great.
hit the
It was
ball.
I
great.
don't think
Jeff.
Tyler threw the ball well today, though.
Tyler hasn't been. I don't know what's broken with the Cardinals offense, but there's something that's missing there.
James Conner's doing his part. He's
can't-
running like a
yeah.
fucking animal out there.
But they like even like obviously Marvin Harrison's the best receiver on the team, but like they have good like Greg Dortch is fun. Michael Wilson's a pretty decent receiver. Trey McBride's supposed to be the best tight end in the league, according to Corey. Like this offense should be humming. I don't
I
know.
agree. 28 week 1, 41 week 2, and then 13 and 14 since then. And then
But the
this-
41
this
is kind of
week.
fraudulent. It was the first week with the Rams with all their injuries. They got fucking boat raced. And the 28, they had a kick return in there. Like
I really
It
miss
hasn't been-
Cliff on the Cardinals with Kyler.
I know,
I miss
I
it,
know.
man. When DeAndre, they were
people
feeding
give Cliff
DeAndre.
who is their offensive coordinator? This guy stinks. Let me look it up.
I still think going forward, the Cardinals offense is going to have some success. They've been in weird spots. They've played teams that.
All right, I figured out their problem. Google their offensive coordinator and see what this guy looks like.
What he looks
Henson.
bad.
He looks.
What's he built like?
Well, I'm sure
Uh,
Kingsbury runs the offense.
I think he came from
Kingsbury's on the
Kingsbury's
command.
Or
coach.
what's that coach's name?
No,
Gannon,
Gannon's
he's
defensive
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 coach.
Is
guy.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Joel
was a
cut that.
DC.
Who was
Oh wait, hold on. My fault. This makes sense now. He was Cleveland's offensive coordinator for 2022. 2020 through 2022. Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
that makes sense. Why they
That makes a
fucking
lot of
stink.
sense.
They gave Cliff
Um,
eight, man, but look at him on the Commanders right
Well, let's just chill out. It's just turned October. Cliff usually turns into a pumpkin around this time.
I believe in him.
Moving on though, my Giants 29.
Our Giants.
I told you.
You were
I'm not always wrong. I'm not always wrong. Sometimes I'm right.
Friday morning, you could have given us another chance to take it back.
I
The
would have
neighbors was
taken it
split
back.
out. I would
I
have
would have taken it back. But you know what?
I'll be right.
That's why I do the podcast on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Giants 29, Seattle 20. Giants outgained Seattle 420 to 333. Seattle was terrible. They were 3 for 11 on third, over 2 on 4, sacked 7 times and 1 turnover. Not a recipe
Rant real
for.
quick.
Yeah, Brandon Durant or Hunter.
Can I
One of the
rant?
two.
What the fuck are we doing having Kenneth Walker run 5 times after he just made this Lions defense look like a JV team? Geno Smith 4 rushes 72 yards is comical to me. He had a
That is
34,
funny. I
40-yard
did not
game
know he
every
ran
time.
that much.
Yeah, he had like a
Kenneth
40-yard
Walker
run.
had more catches than he did carries. In what world can you make that make sense to me? DK Metcalf, 4 receptions, 55 yards. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 4 receptions. I just don't know what the game plan was. Shout out Dexter Lawrence, though. He's
Shout
the
out that whole.
best
uh,
tackle
Whole
in the league
defensive
right now.
line.
It's
I mean, you got Brian Burns, Tibbs, Dexter. I mean, they are the Giants defense low key
3
kind of
sacks
sneaky.
for Dexter
Kind
Lawrence.
of sneaky over there. I think they got a little something brewing. Their DBs are cooked turkey, but that front 7 is for real. I mean,
Yeah,
They-
I agree.
they
Giants
got
are
a good
frisky.
front. Giants are frisky.
They
Are the
are.
Bengals going to beat them next week? I don't know.
No, that
I
offense
don't-
holds
I
them
don't
back
feel great.
tremendously, brother.
I don't feel great.
Daniel
If Daniel
Jones,
Jones
is officially
dices
back,
us
by the
up.
way.
I mean,
Oh,
Julio
also
Neighbors-
side note,
Julio Neighbors have
Jones
1,000
looks
yards.
really good. I thought
He's
Jones
fine.
looked really good
All
in
this
that game.
slander is out the window for me.
Yeah, I mean
Dan Jones is
that's a
playing
decent
great.
Seattle defense. I mean they are banged up. They are
Yeah,
well coached though.
I think they're good when they're healthy. The last 2 weeks, I'm not inspired by what I'm seeing out there on that defense.
Yeah, it looks a
Yeah.
little bit cooked chicken like.
It's mainly the line. Their secondary is top 3 in the league when they're all healthy. I mean, it's insane to me. I can't fathom it.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants they're decent. I mean,
I said I was going to lose this when I picked it, and I watched the most
You-
abysmal offensive strategy
you
I've
did
seen
lose
out
it.
of peak. It's just terrible. Okay, terrible. Pathetic. Whatever.
Yeah. Moving on though, fun game.
Wait, can we mention how the game ended?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
Brandon,
the
go
Seahawks were
ahead.
going to win.
Yeah,
They were going to
They were
tie.
at least send it. They were going to send it to overtime.
Shouldn't even
They
been in that
blocked
spot.
a field goal, returning for a touchdown.
Shout out
Yeah.
Isaiah Sevens, Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army.
Shout out Tyrone Tracy. I hope you win me
Yeah.
that fantasy league.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Moving on, Packers on the road at the Rams. Packers 24, Rams 19. Packers were 1 for 8 on third down. Ew. Man,
The
Rams
Rams
kind of got
should've won
fucked out of this game. They were 8 for 16 on third down. They
I don't know
outgained them. Yeah, I don't know about should have won, but it looks a lot better than what it
Love gifted them.
close
a touchdown.
game. Close game. Really close game. 2 turnovers for the Rams ultimately is what I'm looking at the box score probably cost them this game.
Stafford
Tyron on a fumble
Stafford
too.
did
That kind
not
of
look
cost him
good
pretty
today.
bad.
Stafford looked real bad.
Dude,
But it's not his fault. I mean, what do you
I
want
know.
to do?
I mean, he
with it?
doesn't have Cup. He doesn't have Puka.
He
like,
threw the
Yeah,
ball
but that's
45
line.
times this
He does
game.
not
line.
look good.
There's 3
He doesn't have line.
linemen
Yeah,
out.
you're right. He did not look good though. I mean,
No.
who looks good though? Kyrie.
I don't think he looked
Jordan
bad.
Whittington. Jordan Whittington looked good.
Blake Corum. Shout out Blake Corum.
Jordan Love, one of the worst pick sixes of all
Yeah.
time.
He
That was
avoided
really
the safety.
bad.
though. He avoided
Yeah.
the safety.
He
though.
did
You
avoid
have
the
to throw
safety.
that.
That's big.
Mhm.
You have to throw it.
He didn't. He had to throw
Good,
it,
sir.
but he was trying to get it out. He just
I
didn't have
understand what
the
he was
strength
trying to do.
get
You
it
don't
out.
have to do that because of the exact
yeah,
reason. That's the
take the
exact
stat.
reason why you
Take the
don't do
stat.
that.
He wasn't
Wait,
trying
he
to throw it
wasn't
that short. He was
He
trying to
wasn't
get it out
trying
of
to throw it
bounds.
to the defender. Oh, I don't know.
Fucking Christ.
Jordan Love.
So what do you do
shout
there,
out-
Luke?
You take the safety though.
Yeah, you
I
take
mean,
the safety.
You
yeah.
take the safety.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Your
you
coach
can't
will tell you to
Brady,
take the
what do you
safety.
think Brady would have done? You think
Brady
would've
would
done
not
that?
have
He
been
would've
able to
taken the
scramble
safety.
to the point that Jordan Love did. He wouldn't
No,
even
he
got
wouldn't.
that far.
He
He's
would have
getting-
taken the safety.
He would already because he would already got fucked off his blind side. He ain't moving out of that pocket. I don't know.
He's trying to throw it
Yeah.
out of bounds. He didn't have
It
the
was a
strength.
good game
He was
though.
falling down.
Packers cover. Rams.
Also,
Yeah, get
Tony
healthy.
got fucking bent over on a table trading Tucker Craft for who the
Yeah,
fuck did we get in
shout out.
return?
Who
Tyler
was it?
Conklin.
Tyler Conklin.
Didn't
Straight
make-
up tight end for tight end, and we
made
were playing each other
zero
this week.
difference in the game. Zero. It
7
changed
minutes,
nothing.
It
Shout
made
out.
10
Look,
points difference in the game, actually.
yeah,
Shout out
and that
Josh
changed
Jacobs.
the result to nothing. It's the same thing.
Josh
Coach
Jacobs.
Did it change
over
anything,
in
Brant?
rushing
I don't
yards.
think it did. But how does your Brian Thomas trade feel over there?
Oops.
Did that
was-
change anything?
Fine. He was my 4th wide receiver, and I got Jalen Hurts for him.
Well,
Let's
this isn't
drop
the
in the
fantasy
comments.
podcast.
Drop in the comments on YouTube who you think won a straight up Brian Thomas for Jalen Hurts fantasy
Let's just
trade.
take a vote right here. Who do you think won the trade? Luke, raise your hand if you say Luke.
I think I won
Nobody,
the
you
trade.
guys are all full of
well,
shit.
I'm not gonna raise my hand for either.
I'm
because
just not going to raise my hand for
all
Finster.
depends on.
Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts
I know.
hasn't
I
had
know
his
you guys
are
all
just
wide
trolling
receivers
right
now.
playing this year, and he's still quarterback 9 or something, 9 or 10. And
Yeah.
he's gonna be a top 5 quarterback after
I
this.
will
Brian
not.
Thomas was gonna play 2 weeks for me in my flex, and that was it.
Who
It
was
all
your other
depends on
pick?
roster construction.
You're gonna
Zay
start
Flowers
Zay
and
over. I think I'm
DeAndre
starting-
Swift. I
I'm starting-
was gonna start DeAndre Swift over him this week,
Oh,
regardless.
dude,
That's why I
no,
traded
dude.
him.
And that was fancy talk. Now, are we going to recap what's happening live right now?
Luke,
No,
this
we
is
will
your-
talk about
now
this
you want to
Tuesday.
recap it. Now
We'll talk
now
about
you
this
wanna recap it.
Tuesday. The
Fuck.
game's still going on. I
This
don't even
game
want to talk
fucking
about it.
sucks.
It's bad. Steelers are. Let me just give you a sneak peek, though. Dallas is outgained us 364 yards to 117. We are 1 for 9 on third down to Dallas is 7 for 12. They have 2
Why is-
turnovers, though. So go Steelers defense.
Just
That's what we
give
love.
George Pickens to us. You guys don't use him. You can
Who's
say whatever
us?
you want.
He's not good. He
The
can't do
Patriots,
separation.
you guys
Brother.
suck
Pickens
with him.
hot
Right.
ass.
He's not hot.
Yeah,
when he's
well,
not on the field.
Brissett would really open him up.
He would. He'd get more. He'd get more opportunities than what he's getting here in this shit organization.
Well,
All righty.
All right. Well, that's a
That's a
recap.
Sunday.
That's a week 5 recap. Probably our quickest one, but man,
units.
nice and quick.
Oh yeah, let's go. over
We do
units.
units.
Oh, we do that
We
Tuesday.
We do it
that
Tuesday because we still
on
got Sunday night,
Yeah,
and Monday
we
night.
Still got Sunday, Monday night. So we will be back Tuesday for the week 6 picks.
Yes, sir.
Fade me. I'll make
Fade
you
if
money.
want- you could
I'll
be
make you
rich.
money. You could be rich. You could be up 40 units.
Or you could be down like you.
Thank you
Please
for the
say,
obvious,
Corey.
Captain
just said
fucking
fade him.
Conehead. You fucking
Sorry, I'm
ginger
kind
fuck.
of paying it. I'm
You
kinda
stupid
paying attention to
fucking
this game.
Trevor Lawrence Ginger lookalike motherfucker. All right.
Don't do that to Trevor.
All right. Sorry, Corey.
I'll say that's a
All
Corey.
right.
Trevor's ugly as fuck.
Deuce.
That's a wrap. Peace.
Oh,
Joel, we're done.
I need $1 bad.